What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Hope you all are doing good today. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Hello, 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 hello. So we are live again with doing more books read aloud. I hope you all are doing fantastic this morning. I'm doing really good. Doing really good. So let's jump into that first book. Also, I want to throw a shout out to Crowd Kill Productions for that awesome intro. Thank you so much. You are awesome. So let's get started with our first book. Our first book is called If You Take a Mouse to School. Okay, let's get going. All right. If you take a mouse to school. If you take a mouse to school, he'll ask you for your lunchbox. When you give him your lunchbox, he'll want a sandwich. Um, One moment, I forgot to do something right quick here.
Some wireless carriers box your whole family into the same plan, so you're probably paying for things you don't need.
Silly as. All right. If you. All right. So you'll want a sandwich, okay? You'll want a sandwich uh, and a snack for later. Then he'll need a notebook and some pencils. He'll probably he'll probably want to share your backpack too. I'm kind of going between voices here, but still fun. There we go. All right. When you get to school, he'll put his things in your locker and take a look around. Hey, what? And that's what. There we go. Okay. He might do a little math. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Okay. He might do a little math and spell a word or two. Oh, supposed to be doing this with voices. He'll even try a science experiment. This looks like a messy science experiment. Goodness gracious. Then he'll need to wash up. You'll have to take him to the bathroom. Once he's nice and clean, He'll be ready for his lunch. On the way to the lunchroom, he'll see some building blocks. He'll build a little mouse house. And make some furniture out of clay. Then he'll need some books for his bookshelf. He'll start by writing one of his own. So he'll need a lot of paper. He'll probably use up all your pencils. When he's finished, he'll want to read his book to you. Then he'll want to take it home, so he'll put it in your lunchbox and tuck it in a safe place. When the bell rings, he'll run out to wait for the bus. While he's waiting, he'll play a quick game of soccer. Then he'll ask you to shoot a few baskets. And do a little skateboarding. When he stops to catch his breath, he'll want to eat his snack. So he'll ask you for your lunchbox. And chances are if he asks you for your lunchbox, you will have to take him back to school. See, look at that. He needed to go back to school anyway. Silly mouse. Silly, silly mouse. All right. So, next book we're going to do is called How Do Dinosaurs Eat Their Food? How do dinosaurs eat their food? This should be really interesting. Hopefully they don't destroy anything, while they're eating their food. Dinosaurs are big creatures. Actually, change of plans. We're gonna skip to a different one from the same author. Yeah. How do dinosaurs learn to read? How do dinosaurs learn to read? That's weird because I don't know any dinosaurs that read. Come to think of it, I don't know any dinosaurs. Ah. Okay. How does a dinosaur learn to read? Excuse me, let me get my reading voice in here. How does the dinosaur learn to read? Does he skim through the pages with powerful speed? Does he use his new book as a shovel or a bat? Well, I hope not. That would ruin the book. Silly dinosaurs. I don't know how well I was gonna do. Silly dinosaurs. Play fetch with the dog. Throw books at the cat. I hope he doesn't throw books at the cat. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? That would not be very nice at all. Be some mean dinosaurs. Does he sound out the words? Or just take a quick look? Does he lose her huge temper? Then jump on the book. I hope they don't jump on the book. That wouldn't be very nice either. That would ruin the books. We need books to help our imaginations. Does she flip every page but not really look through it? Does she skip the hard words? Does a dinosaur chew it? Ooh. Again, I hope not, because that would ruin the books. Can't be ruining the dinosaur books. We need the dinosaur books. We need the books, I mean. Can't be ruining the books. That'd be bad. Does he read in the tub, make the book a big boat, and then throw a tantrum when it doesn't float? I don't know. I don't know any dinosaurs. Do you? Does he read on the potty? Ew, gross. That'd be nasty. You get germs all over your books. While making a mess, does he stay till the end of the book? Well, I guess. This dinosaur is reading on the potty. He's reading a book called Potty while going to the potty. That's silly. That is silly. So silly. Does he scratch off the words with the tip of her tail? These dinosaurs are very destructive to these books. They're breaking them. Does he have a big hissy when reading skills fail? Does a dinosaur wail? Wail? No, she's kind to each book, to the cover and the pages. She reads very carefully, never has rages. That's good. This dinosaur's reading a book about food. There we go. So there's not a glare, not a light on there. She reads out each word till she knows they sound right. When she snuggles in bed, Mama turns down the light. That sounds comfy. Comfy and cozy. Then he calls to his parents, who stand by the door.
Sure, you may be able to hear just how crispy the McDonald's crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich is.
Mama, please, Papa, can I read one more? A dinosaur with human parents? That sounds silly. Tomorrow, little dinosaur. The end. All right. Now, we're going to read a very special book. It's very positive, very good. Very good book. It's called I Love You Because You're You. I love you because you're you. I love you when you're happy and grinning ear to ear. I love you when you're sleepy and want to snuggle near. I love you when you're silly and dancing round and round. I love you when you're frightened and hear a scary sound. The scary sound is woo. I love you when you're bashful and hide behind my knee. Fox is being bashful. I love you when you're brave and from my arms you flee. I love you when you're curious and searching here and there. I love you when you're proud and your head held high in the air. I love you when you're sick and need to rest in bed. I love you when you're frisky and standing on your head. I love you when you're sad and need a kiss and hug. I love you when you're playful and rolling on the rug. I love you when you're angry and cross your arms and pout. I love you when you're wild and yell and scream and shout. I love you any way you feel, no matter what you do. I love you any way you are. I love you because you're you. All right, that was a really good book. Really good book. Okay, this next one is a little long, but it's a good one. It's called Library Lion.
One day, a lion came to the library. He walked right past the circulation desk and up into the stacks. Mr. McBee ran down the hall to the head librarian's office.
Miss Merriweather, he called. No running, said Miss
Merriweather without looking up.
But there's a lion,
said Mr. McBee.
in the library. Is he breaking any rules?
asked Miss Merriweather. She was very She was very particular about rule breaking.
Well, no, said
Mr. McBee.
Not really. Then leave him be.
The lion wandered all around the library. He sniffed the card catalog. He rubbed his head against the new book collection. Then he padded over to the story corner and went to sleep. No one was sure what to do. There weren't any rules about lions in the library. Soon it was time for story hour. There weren't any rules about lions at story hour either. The story lady seemed a little nervous, but she read out the first book's title in a good, clear voice. The lion looked up. The story lady kept reading. The lion stayed for the next story and the story after that. And he waited for another story, but the children began to walk away.
Story hour is over,
a little girl told him.
It's time to go home.
The lion looked at the children. Then he looked at the story lady. Then he looked at the closed books. Then he roared very loud.
In libraries, we need to be quiet.
Miss Merriweather came striding out of her office.
Who is making that noise?
She demanded.
It's the lion,
said Mr. McBee. Miss Merriweather marched over to the lion.
If you cannot be quiet, you will have to leave,
she said in a stern voice.
Those are the rules.
The lion kept roaring. He sounded sad. The little girl tugged on Miss Merriweather's dress. The little girl tugged on Miss Merriweather's dress.
If he promises to be quiet, can he come back for story hour tomorrow?
She asked. The lion stopped roaring. He looked at Miss Merriweather. Miss Merriweather looked back. Then she said,
Yes, a nice quiet lion would certainly be allowed to come back for story hour tomorrow. Hooray!
said the children.
Did I show that?
The next day, the lion came back,
You are early.
says Miss Merriweather.
Story hour is not until 3 o'clock.
The lion did not budge.
Very well,
Said Miss Merriweather.
you might as well make yourself useful.
She sent him off to dust the encyclopedias until it's time for story hour. Excuse me. The next day, the lion came back early again. This time, Miss Merriweather asked him to lick all the envelopes for the overdue notices. Soon the lion began doing things without being asked. He dusked the encyclopedias. He licked the envelopes. He let small children stand on his back to reach books on the highest shelves. Then he curled up in the story corner to wait for story hour to begin. At first, the people in the library were nervous about the lion, but soon they got used to having him around. In fact, he seemed very well suited for the library. His big feet were quiet on the library floor. He made a comfy backrest for the children at story hour. He never roared in the library anymore.
What a helpful lion!
People said. They patted him. They patted his soft head as he walked by.
How did we ever get along without him?
Mr. McBee scowled when he heard that. They had always gotten along fine before. No lions were needed. Lions, he thought, could not understand the rules. They did not belong in the library.
Sounds like he's a little jealous.
One day, after he had dusted all the encyclopedias and licked all the envelopes and helped all the small children, the lion padded down the hall to Miss Merriweather's office to see what there was to do. There was still some time left before story hour.
Hello, lion.
Said Miss Merriweather.
I know something you can do. You can bring a book back into the stacks for me. Let me just get it down from the shelf.
Miss Merriweather stepped onto the step stool. The book was just out of reach. Miss Merriweather stood on her toes. She stretched out her fingers.
Almost there, she said.
Then Miss Merriweather stretched a little too far.
Ouch!
Said Miss Merriweather softly. She did not get up.
Mr. McBee!
She called after a minute.
Mr. McBee!
But Mr. McBee was at the circulation desk. He could not hear her calling.
Lion,
Said Miss Merriweather.
please go and get Miss McBee.
The lion ran down the hall.
No running.
Miss Merriweather called out after him.
no, I hope Miss Merriweather is gonna be okay. I don't know how Mr. McBee is going to be able to understand the lion.
The lion put his big front paws up on the circulation desk and looked at Mr. McBee.
Go away, lion,
said Mr. McBee.
I'm busy.
The lion whined. He pointed his nose down the hall toward Miss Merriweather's office. Mr. McBee ignored him. Finally, the lion did the only thing he could think of to do. He looked Mr. McBee right in the eye. Then he opened his mouth very wide, and he roared the loudest roar he had ever roared in his life.
Ooh, it's a big roar. Knocked his glasses off.
Mr. McBee gasped.
You're not being quiet,
He said to the lion.
You're breaking the rules.
Mr. McBee walked down the hall as fast as he could. The lion did not follow him. He had broken the rules. He knew what that meant. He hung his head and walked toward the doors. Mr. McBee did not notice. Miss
Merriweather,
he called as he walked.
Miss Merriweather, the lion broke the rules. The lion broke the rules. Hey, DJ. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that happy birthday. Hope you're doing well today, DJ.
He burst into Miss Merriweather's office. She was not in her chair.
Miss Merriweather?
He asked.
Sometimes,
said Miss Merriweather from the floor behind her desk.
There is a good reason to break the rules. Even in the library. No, please go and call a doctor. I think I've broken my arm.
Mr. McBee ran to call a doctor.
No running,
said Miss Merriweather called after him.
Looks like they got the help that she needed.
The next day, things were back to normal. Almost. Miss Merriweather's left arm was in a cast. The doctor had told her not to work too hard.
I will have my lion to help me,
Miss Merriweather thought, but the lion did not come to the library that morning. At 3 o'clock, Miss Merriweather walked over to the story corner. The story lady was just beginning a story for the children. The lion was not there. People in the library kept looking up from their books and computer screens, hoping they would see a familiar, furry face. But the lion did not come that day. The lion did not come the next day either, or the day after that. One evening, Mr. McBee stopped by Miss Merriweather's office on his way out.
Can I do anything for you before I go, Miss Merriweather?
He asked her.
No, thank you,
said Miss Merriweather. She was looking out the window. Her voice was very quiet, even for the librarian. Mr. McBee frowned as he walked away. He thought there probably was something he could do for Miss Merriweather after all.
I wonder what he's going to do.
Mr. McBee left the library, but he did not go home. He walked around the neighborhood. He looked under cars. He looked behind bushes. He looked in backyards and trash cans and tree houses. Finally, he circled all the way back to the library. The lion was sitting outside looking in through the glass doors.
Hello, lion,
said Mr. McBee. The lion did not turn around,
I thought you might like to know
said Mr. McBee.
that there's a new rule at the library. No roaring aloud unless you have a very good reason. Say, if you're trying to help a friend who's been hurt, for example.
The lion ears twitched. He turned around, but Mr. McBee was already walking away. The next day, Mr. McBee walked down the hall to Miss Merriweather's office.
What is it, Mr. McBee?
Asked Miss Merriweather in her new, sad, quiet voice.
I thought you might like to know
Said Mr. McBee.
that there's a lion in the library. There's a lion in the library.
Miss Merriweather jumped up from her chair and ran down the hall. Mr. McBee smiled.
No running.
He called after her, but Miss Merriweather did not listen. Sometimes there was a good reason to break the rules, even in the library. The end.
Yay, happy ending. I love the happy endings. They're great. All right. This next one is called I Like Myself. Yay, happy ending. All right. I like myself. I'm glad I'm me.
Sure, you may be able to hear.
Oh, nope. Wrong page. There's no one else I'd rather be. I like my eyes. I like my ears. I like my nose. I like my fingers and my toes. I like me wild. I like me tame. I like me different and the same. The lion is scared of that little girl. Yeah, little girl. I like me fast. I like me fast. I like me slow. I like me everywhere I go. There's a rocket ship. I like me on the inside too, for all I think and say and do. Skeleton dog and skeleton. I like how the bone has a bone inside of it. That's kind of funny. The bone has a bone. Maybe it's one of those treats that has a little surprise inside or something. Inside and outside, upside down, from head to toe and all around, I like it all. It all is me, and me is all I want to be. And I don't care in any way what someone else may think or say. That's very important. Very important. You can't worry about what everybody else is thinking of you, what everybody else says of you. I may be called a silly tut. No, I'm sorry. I may be called a silly nut or a crazy cuckoo bird. So what? I'm having too much fun, you see, for anything to bother me. Even when I look a mess, I still don't like me any less. 'Cause nothing in this world, you know, can change what's deep inside. And so, no matter, is that right? No matter if they stop and stare, no person ever, anywhere, can make me feel that what they see is all there really is to me. I'd still like me with fleas or warts, or with a silly snout that snorts. Or knobbly knees, or hippo hips, or purple polka dotted lips. Purple polka dotted lips. That's weird. It's like she's sick or something. Or beaver breath, or stinky toes, or horns protruding from my nose. It's a long horn. It's a longhorn. Or yikes, with spikes all down my spine, or hair that's like a porcupine. I still would be the same, you see. I like myself because I'm me. That was a good one. It's important to like you for who you are and like other people for who they are. All right. This last one is called The Very Noisy Night. That's actually green, not black. That's actually supposed to be green right there, not black. But Since I have the green screen background, it kind of blends in. All right, the very noisy night. Get some water real quick. My throat's getting a little scratchy and dry. Okay. It was the middle of the night, and Big Mouse was fast asleep in his big bed. Little Mouse was wide awake in his little bed. Big Mouse, called Little Mouse. I can hear something rushing around the house, huffing and puffing. He sounds scared. Hello, Cupcake Seed! Can I watch this while doing geography homework? You definitely can. You absolutely can. How are you doing today, Cupcake? Hope you're doing well today. Big Mouse opened one eye and lifted one ear. It's only the wind, he said. Can I come into your bed? Asked Little Mouse. No, said Big Mouse. There isn't enough room. And he turned over and went back to sleep. Good, sir. Good. Glad to hear you're doing all right, Cupcake. And thank you for that follow, Cupcake. Little Mouse lay listening to the wind. Then suddenly, between a huff and a puff, came a tap, 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 tap. Little Mouse climbed out of the bed, opened the front door just a crack, and peeped out. Went the wind, but there was no one outside. Big Mouse, called Little Mouse. I can hear someone tapping. I think there's a burglar on the roof. Big Mouse got out of bed and opened the bedroom curtains. Look, he said, it's only a branch tapping on the window. Go back to sleep. Can I come into your bed? Asked Little Mouse. No, said Big Mouse. You wriggle. Little Mouse lay in his own bed and listened to the wind huffing and puffing, and the branch tap-tapping, and someone calling, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Little Mouse climbed out of bed again. This time he looked under it. Then he looked in the wardrobe, and feeling very frightened, he yelled, Big Mouse! I think there's a ghost in the room, and it's looking for someone. He keeps calling, who, 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 who. The ghost has lost somebody, it sounds like. Big Mouse sighed, sat up, and listened. It's only an owl, he said. It stays up all night, like you. Can I come into your bed? Asked Little Mouse. No, said Big Mouse. Your paws are always cold. Big Mouse pulled the blanket over his head and went back to sleep, and Little Mouse got back into his own bed. Little Mouse sat up and listened to the wind huffing and puffing, and the branch tap-tapping, and the owl hooting, but shh. What was that? Big Mouse, he called. I think it's raining inside. The little mouse jumped out of bed and fetched his red umbrella. Raining inside. What a silly mouse. Silly mouse. Big Mouse got out of bed too. He opened the front door to see if it was raining at all. Then Big Mouse went into the kitchen and turned off the dripping faucet. He gently pried the umbrella out of Little Mouse's paws and put it away. "Can I come into your bed?" asked Little Mouse. "No, you're nice and snug in your own bed," said Big Mouse, taking him back to the bedroom. Little Mouse lay and listened to the wind huffing and puffing, the branch tap-tapping, and the owl hooting, and just as he was beginning to feel very sleepy indeed, he heard, "Whee! Whee! Whee! Big Mouse," he called, "you're snoring." That little mouse just can't catch a break.
You were supposed to remember, but you didn't remember because
That little mouse just cannot catch a break. Wearily, Big Mouse got up. He put his earmuffs on Little Mouse's ears. He put a paperclip on his own nose, and he went back to bed. I think they might have it taken care of now. Maybe. Little Mouse lay and listened to nothing. It was very, very, very quiet. He couldn't hear the wind huffing, or the branch tapping, or the owl hooting, or Big Mouse snoring. It was so quiet that Little Mouse felt he was all alone in the world. Aw, Little Mouse feels lonely. He took off the earmuffs. He got out of bed. He pulled the paperclip off of Big Mouse's nose. Big Mouse, he cried. I'm lonely. Poor little mouse. I know. That poor little mouse just can't catch a break. Big Mouse flung back his blanket. Better come into my bed, he said. So Little Mouse hopped in, and his paws were cold, and he needed just a little wriggle before he fell asleep. Big Mouse lay and listened to the wind huffing and puffing, and the branch tap-tapping, and the owl hooting, and Little Mouse snuffling, and very soon he heard the birds waking up. But neither of them heard the alarm clock. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Because they were both fast asleep. The end. All right, that's going to do it for today's Books Read Aloud. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will be putting this on YouTube just in case you want to see the full video of it. We will probably be doing this again next week, so I will always post my schedules up on Twitch. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, depending on where you're at. And we're gonna go look to raid somebody real quick. And let's see. Well, we can raid somebody family friendly, but we'll see what we have to work with here. All right. So, all right. Look for somebody to raid here. Oh. Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There we go. I might raid them just because Mario Kart is just awesome anyway. Oh, there's a Pokemon Unite. And Animal Crossing New Horizons. There we go. We're gonna go. If I had my work done, I could be streaming too. Okay. That sounds like fun. What do you like to stream, Cupcake? What do you like to play? Minecraft. That's cool. That's awesome. I played Minecraft a few times. It was pretty cool. I definitely enjoyed it. Actually, we'll keep that going. We'll keep that going until we raid. All right, so Momo Crafting is going to be streaming Animal Crossing, and Puppy Cam is there, and they're going to spend the day on Penrose. I guess that's her island name. So, all right. Well, let's go give them a raid. Oops. There we go. Momo Crafting. Okay. We'll wait until they actually get started. That's cool. I like to do Minecraft. That's cool. Very, very cool. Hopefully you don't have a whole lot of work left to do with your geometry homework and everything. So hopefully you get that done. You can enjoy the rest of your day or night. And but yeah, so thanks for coming in, Cupcake. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. I will be. I might try to make this like a weekly thing where I do some book reading and stuff, and because I think people seem to like that, so that's good. I like doing stuff that people enjoy. It's good. It gives me a good feeling. You know what I mean? So all right. And then, so tonight, so today is my birthday, and tonight we're going to be doing a birthday stream from 9:30 Central Standard Time till about midnight Central Standard Time, basically. And it's for anybody that has my Switch friend code. Anybody wants to jump in, they can definitely play the game with us. We're going to be playing Splatoon 2. I don't know if I said that or not, but we are going to be playing Splatoon 2 with friends, with viewers. So if you do have Splatoon 2, you may definitely join in, or you can just hang out and just have a good time watching. It's all good. So it'll be really fun. Thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you so much. All right. I don't know how long she's gonna. I don't know how long she's gonna do this here, so we're just gonna get to it. So there we go. Okay. Thank you guys so much, and we are gonna go raid Momo crafting. So have a great day, have a great night, guys, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow or tonight. Hopefully tonight. That'd be really cool. But take care, guys. Have a great day, have a great night, where you are, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.